Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's been so long that I haven't recorded any videos. I should thank you all for your comments, for your messages, and for encouraging me. Without you, I wouldn't record a new video, I wouldn't have any motivation to record a new video. Thank you so much. Alright, recently in my classes and in my lessons, I realized that some of my students have problems with plagiarism. That's why I decided to record this video about plagiarism. And I'm sure it will help you a lot in your studies, at university, and so on. You might have some issues with just copying something from the internet, or you might want to just get some information from the internet, but you don't want to be caught as somebody who plagiarized. So this video is the right video to watch. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to talk about plagiarism and also avoiding plagiarism. First, what is this topic about? Plagiarism might be something new to some people. According to the concise Oxford Dictionary, plagiarize, it means take and use another person's thoughts, writings, inventions as one's own. When you take the information from another person, it is called plagiarism. Now, let's see how it is. Plagiarism is taking another person's words or ideas and using them as if they were your own. It can be either deliberate or accidental. It means that you may also plagiarize something with intention. You know you have plans, or it might be just accidental. You don't have any plans, you don't know that it is plagiarism, and you plagiarize something. Plagiarism is taken very seriously in many countries. And in higher education, at university, for example, in many countries, in high school, and especially in the UK, it is very serious. If even a small section of your work is found to have been plagiarized, it is likely that you will be assigned a mark of 0 for that assignment. In more serious cases, it may be necessary for you to repeat the course completely. And in some cases, plagiarism may even lead to you being expelled from the university. So, all of you should learn and avoid plagiarism. Now, I'm going to talk about reasons for plagiarism. Deliberate plagiarism and also accidental plagiarism. First, about deliberate plagiarism. This happens when probably you don't have time to do the work yourself. Probably you don't have the energy to do the work yourself. You might have done something and so you don't have any energy. It might be just you might think that your lecturer, your professor, your teacher will not notice or will not care. That's why, you can just copy you think that you can copy something from the internet or from a book. Or probably you are not able to do the work yourself. And it can involve, plagiarism can involve copying another student's work, copying another person's work from a book or a journal, copying another person's work from a website. For example, a person wrote something on the website and you copy it from the website, or asking another person to do the work for you, or downloading the complete text from the internet, buying the text from the internet, or even paying for someone to do the work for you. In my teaching experience, I've seen all of them. Yeah, it might be weird or strange to you, but I've seen all of them. Alright, but in all cases, if you do not do the work yourself, you're unlikely to learn anything from it. So the purpose is just learning. So it is therefore not useful and a waste of time if somebody doesn't do the work himself or herself. Do not do this, and there are many ways your lecturer, professor, teacher can check if you have plagiarized. So it is not worth the risk. Believe me, for example, when I just detect plagiarism, I feel really bad as a teacher, alright? But yeah, it is better just to avoid it. Now, let's talk about accidental plagiarism. You don't have any plans for that. Alright, because some people may not know that they must not copy a person's words directly. You may not know that, or you may not have the skill for expressing another person's ideas in your own words. We're going to also talk about the ways that you can just use another person's opinion in your own words without plagiarizing the text. And you may not know the correct systems for indicating that you are using another person's words or ideas. When you take notes from a book or journal, you copy out some sections and do not make this clear in your notes. So later, when you just study for your exam or for an assignment, you just write something from your notes. So just unconsciously you plagiarize. And later when you reread your notes, you forget that they are not your words or ideas. So accidentally you plagiarize. You may forget to acknowledge another person's words or ideas. You may not have time to include the acknowledgements and list of references. You may feel that your written work is not good enough, so okay, just you may not just care about it. And you borrow your friend's notes, and you may not realize that your friend just copied something. So just accidentally, the words just are plagiarized. So, as you see, this is a quote, words full of wisdom that someone important said and can make the reader get inspired. Someone famous. So by quoting, also you can avoid plagiarism. So you show that it is not your words, but you are using another person's words to support your own opinion. Now let's talk about types of plagiarism, about problems and solutions and how you can avoid it. Here on the left, as you can see, we have the original text, and on the right we have the plagiarized just issue. As you see, copying and pasting from published material. As you see here, for example, we have just published material from Richards, and the book is there. And here the person, the student, the candidate copied directly from a published material. Because exact words used, no citation, it is plagiarism. So don't do it, it's really bad. Now here, another person copy and paste from another candidate, another student, or other students. One student, for example, just quoted, used the correct citation, and for example, student B thinks that, okay, it's done over there, let me just copy that one. Yeah, you use the same quote as the first candidate, but you introduce the quote in exactly the same words, and you use the same example. So it is not your work. It is also considered as plagiarism. Or here, we have poor paraphrasing. This is the original one, original text. Now, candidate, this student, said, okay, let me just change a few words. So it is not the original one. So it is very poor. As you see, it's a very poor paraphrase. And only a few words have been changed. This is poor paraphrasing. And the idea comes from Richards here, as you see. All right? But we don't have any information about it. So it is again plagiarism. Every time you use someone's ideas, provide a citation. And remember, a good paraphrase expresses the original idea in your own words and structure, while still acknowledging any source referred to. So you should refer to the source, and you should use it in your own words and structure. So it's a good paraphrase. Now here we have poor referencing. Again, the original one on the left. Here, the candidate just included the original part in his writing. Yeah, the name of the book, the name of the author, the year they are written. Yeah, Richards 2001 is mentioned, and we know the idea came from him. However, there are no quotation marks or page number, so we do not know the words are his. So it is again plagiarism. You should mention that when you take something directly. For example, as you see, it is from page 54, so it should be mentioned also in the writing. Now here we have again poor scholarship. As you see, here we have the organization, different colors, and here the candidate correctly cited quotations. As you see, we have Richards 2001, page 54, so there is nothing wrong with it. One well paraphrased idea, but only one sentence of candidate's own work. It is poor academic writing because just the candidate collected different ideas from different people without commenting, without just expressing his or her opinion. So you should be aware of it. Excessive citation with no personal interpretation or reaction is very poor. It is poor scholarship. In some instances, in some cases, this could be interpreted as plagiarism. And remember, it is always poor practice. Use quotes and paraphrases to support your argument. Do not simply recreate someone else's argument. React to sources, don't just repeat them. So express if you agree, disagree, what you think about it. Why did you use, for example, that quotation? Alright, now here, copying structure and argument from other candidates, other students. As you see here, we have candidate A or student A. As you see the organization, now student B just copy the same structure with just some changes. For example, here we have, it is now important to consider the term blah blah. In this section, I will discuss the meaning of blah blah blah. So almost it's the same, just with some changes. Yes, this student, candidate B, presented the same code as candidate A, introduced the code in the same way as the first candidate, which is not considered right. Use the same counter argument. Use candidate A's paraphrase. So candidate B, this person, has used candidate A's argument, structure and paraphrase. It is again poor scholarship and plagiarism. Again, you should avoid it. Now here we have student A about the contents page. Yeah, very well prepared. Khalil, a personal journal. Alright, now candidate B, okay, just did the same thing with some changes. This candidate B, use the same microstructure as the first one. Use the same words wherever possible. As you see, a personal journey, a personal journey. Candidate B has used candidate A's ideas and have to organize. So it is poor scholarship. In some cases also it might be considered as plagiarism. And as you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. But you should be careful about pictures and graphs and diagrams. Now here, copying visuals might also cause some issues. As you see here, candidate A has some visuals. Alright, and candidate B just use the same visuals. Yeah, with some changes. Here we have, for example, paraphrasing. Here we have skimming. Yeah, we have different content presented by candidate B, but candidate A's original presentation copied. So it is again poor scholarship. In some cases also it may be considered as plagiarism. So design your own visuals to best present your content or use generic graphs. Now, as a summary, please remember, every time you use someone's words, use all the proper citation conventions. Every time you use someone's ideas, provide a citation. Do not use parts of other assignments, tasks, homework in your work, and do not use other assignments to structure your arguments, your project, and so on. Do not use other people's paraphrasing. Find the source and paraphrase the original yourself. A good paraphrase expresses the original idea in your own words and structure. As you see also, you should design your own visuals to best present your content or use generic graphs. If you need any help with any of these just tips here, consult the Cambridge University plagiarism site you're gonna see below. Here, I'm gonna just go over just some websites to use awesome words. Here we have alternative resources, and as you see, you can use Cambridge, the University of Cambridge website. Here we have the list of references, and also I adapted a lot of materials from this link and also from ITI. I'm thankful. That's it. And thank you so much. If you have any questions again, please write in the comments below. And alright, I hope this video has helped you a bit to avoid plagiarism. By the way, if you are also an English teacher, you can use this video in your classes. For your students, I'm sure they will benefit from it. And also if you are preparing for Delta Module 3, this is a very useful video to avoid plagiarism. Alright, thank you so much again for watching this video. If you have any questions, don't forget to write in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Take care, hope to see you again in my YouTube channel. Bye.